bad little trees, used to roll on my trees. I be down my eyes, crossing my teeth, try to copy my bop, but they all low beat. Nigga, I'm him, fresh off the bank. I like the slip while she pour on my drink. Could give a fuck about what niggas think.
Yes.
For your
So
post
you
when I
turn
brush
that
the
on
nigga,
and
I'm
record
him.
with
What I
it.
please.
And here we
Bad
can
little
one and only
trees, used to roll on my
Staccs.
trees. I be down my eyes, crossing my teeth, try to copy my bop, but they all low beat.
Okay, so tell us about yourself. My first question is, where are you from?
I'm originally from Bronx River Projects. That's in the Bronx, home of hip hop.
You're from the Bronx.
Yes, I
You
am.
grew up there all your life?
Yes, born and raised.
Hello there. My name is Cardi B, and I am from the Bronx.
You are from the Bronx?
So, tell me a little bit about how you grew up, though, because you said you're from the Bronx. You said Riverdale, right?
No, Bronx River Projects.
Really, nigga?
Bronx River Project.
Yes.
Excuse me.
It's
I don't know.
okay.
Why am I talking about Riverdale? Because, you know, in Harlem,
Mm-hmm.
what's that park, that Riverdale something? It don't even matter. it was just the names were similar. But, yeah, how did you, like, how was, you know?
All right, so first and foremost, to be honest, I didn't have my mom.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have my dad. I was raised by my mom's sister, my titi. I call her titi. I wasn't really raised like the typical black guy, I guess. I was raised very like Spanish orientated.
Mm-hmm.
It was rough growing up as far as not having my parents. You know what I'm saying? I was the type of, I want my mom and kid. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the woman that raised me, though, she did a real good job as far as like instilling standards and morals, you know, and helped me be articulate. I went to Catholic school for 8 years, so that explains why I'm able to speak the way I speak, or why my penmanship may be impeccable. I grew up really around like the whole term of spiritual energy, like having a psychic grandmother and watching her do the things that she's done. It really helped me learn more about myself. I've learned because of her that I'm very sensitive. I'm very sensitive to energy. This is why I'm able to like practice empathy so easy and put myself in other people's shoes. When it comes to growing up without parents, of course it could be hard, but at the same time I was raised with morals and standards that I do carry to this day. My aunt did teach me a lot. I wasn't the typical kid that could go outside. So my chores were not regular kid chores. My chores was the whole house, laundry. I was in charge of cooking. I was in charge of everything. And one thing my aunt always told me was, when you have a woman, it's gonna be because you want her, not because you need her. So that's something that really is instilled in me. I'm very assertive. I'm very efficient. I'm a single dad. Like, I raise my kids. You know, I live in a shelter with 2 of my boys, or whatever. So and it's really because of her that I'm able to sit here and do that. I'm able to move like that. I'm able to sit here and be in tune with the whole parenting skills, because not having my mom and my dad, I realized all my trials and my tribulations in growing up. So that's pretty much why I'm so big on parenting, why I'm such a present father. Even for kids that are not biologically mine, you know what I'm saying, maybe from past relationships, I am there for. You understand what I'm saying? I'm very in tune with that, because I believe that you know, our kids are the next generation. You know what I'm saying? Whether they want to do music like us, or whether they want to get into law or medicine, it's important that we raise them with good energy, good morals, and good standards, so this way they can become, you know, not even just like us, but, you know, even better than us. We want to raise our kids to be better than us. We want to put good ideas in our kids' minds. And my children are my motivation. They literally will tell you that I'm famous already. Like, my kids love the fact that they can Google my name. My kids be in school all day, you know. My father Staccs Scrilla, you know, and that just gives me so much motivation. It pushes me to show them that, you know, like, whatever it is that you want to do, you can do. You can accomplish your goals. So, and I speak a lot of things into existence. My kids are aware that, like, I've been doing a lot of shows lately, so I have to explain to them that, you know, Daddy's not always going to be there, that he has to do this show, and some of these shows may be far, so sometimes I'm going to have to go on flights, and some shows you'll be able to go, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I've actually just had that important talk with my oldest last week. So, yeah, I believe parenting plays a big role. And shout out to my aunt for raising me the right way, you know.
Nah, I felt that heavily, especially when you said, because the other day, It was with the summit, you know that series?
Day Summit?
Yeah, facts. I was a part of the day 2, and it was just so much going wrong that day, and I had to go all the way to Brooklyn to, drop my kid off, and I'm like, if I go all the way to Brooklyn right now, I'm about to miss this whole show, and something just told me, just go. Just go to the show. And I'm with my son. I'm like, just go to the show. God just said, just go. I'm like, but I end up going and I end up performing. So it's
that was beautiful.
Sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do, but it can be a little bit harder when you're a parent.
When you're a single parent like that, definitely.
When did you start doing music?
Fell in love with music and writing around 14 years old, freshman in high school.
What high school did you attend?
I went to Wings Academy in the Bronx on 180th Street. Shout out Wings Academy, Mr. Cox, the principal.
That was great. I actually love that response. So, where do you see yourself taking your music career?
Well, I'm 32 years old now. Like I said, after writing for all these years, I now go to school for audio engineering. I wanted to learn how to cut the middleman, so to speak. So I decided to go to school, learn how to produce, learn some of the business behind the music. The reality is I'm 32 years old, so I want to be able to have a good run as an artist and then be able to fall back on the different dynamics when it comes to music. So I can go from being an artist and, when I may be tired of that and I want to continue to stay in the music industry, I'd move on to being a better producer, working in studios as an audio engineer, maybe working with mainstream artists. So that's what I plan to do. As long as I stay in the loop of music, that's the most interesting part. You understand?
A few moments later.
Wait. All right. So you mentioned your age. Like, why did you even mention your age? You think, like, because I feel like most rappers, even though it may seem like they started kind of young, some rappers, they didn't really pop off until they were in, like, their 30s. So why did you mention your age?
Right, so I mentioned my age because, see, I'm just learning the reality of it's really about the music, your streaming, the fan base. I thought that it was kind of late in the game for me, so I kind of like had sold myself short, and so I was put on game about. So even when it comes to like artists like 2 Chainz, who like was Titty Boy before, but he ain't really get on until he was like in his 30s. He ain't really start really popping until his 30s. So these are things that motivate me. But as I'm still trying to like have that thought process of like I might not be 50 years old, like still rapping. You understand what I'm saying? I want to sit here and take these years and learn as much as I can learn. So for whatever the reason is, I stop performing or writing, bars. I want it to be that I'm still in the musical field. For me, so like I said, it was an intimidation thing. When it came to my age, I always thought, like because all the young little drill artists that's running around, like, oh, they ain't gonna really want to hear me as an older artist. But I was put on game about that. It's really not an age thing. You can use people like the group Griselda, and Benny the Butcher. These are all older artists. They're in their 40s, I believe, and they still going hard. They're still doing their thing, and we didn't know much about Griselda until recently. I don't know how long they've been out, but me learning about them even motivated me more to realize that it's not an age thing. I can still, be 32 years old and pop and still put 10, 15 years as an artist before even having to fall back on audio engineering or producing.
Facts. That's definitely a fact. And I wanted to, you said you're the man of the motivation. So I also wanted to motivate you too. Like, don't ever let your age or let the drill phase in music. Because I don't think that drill might phase out. But just because a lot of people, it might phase out. But I feel like, I don't know. Hold on. That's a different topic before we get distracted on that. But I feel like there's a crowd for everybody. You're gonna have your select audience. Like, it's gonna be somebody out there to listen to your music. It's some young people who have old souls that listen to old music, or like any type of hip hop, old school hip hop. So it doesn't really matter. So yeah, don't.
So the main thing is just not let yourself get discouraged based on
Facts.
that. And I appreciate that.
So, since we got to know you a little bit more, let's talk about drill and stuff like that, since we was kind of getting a little bit off topic there in the other segment. So how do you really feel about drill music? You said you felt like it would be phased out in a way. What you think?
All right, so I'm gonna keep it 100% honest, right? One thing I do like about drill is pretty much the beats. It's the sampling and the drum placement of the hi-hats and the snare and the kick. That's what I like about drill. But to be honest with you, I feel like drill has opened up the lane for me, like people that really can't rap, people that aren't really lyrical, people that really don't know how to put 16 together, and they fill in their bars with a whole bunch of crack booms. That's one. Two, I told you I'm a spiritual person, right? And the way the dead is brought up so much in the music today, it's like we do know that we're talking about someone's son or someone's daughter. You understand what I'm saying? Where these songs have become hits and now they're on radio, and I don't think anybody really thinks about the families of the fallen soldiers. You understand what I'm saying? Like the fact that on 105.1 a woman may have to hear her son's name being shouted out, like it's just crazy to me, man. I'm not even gonna hold you.
That's if they could even understand what they're saying sometimes, because I'm not gonna lie, I do love drill music too. Like everything you said, I totally agree with. But I don't like I'm not even gonna say no rapper's names for real, but sometimes it be some of these female drill artists, and I'm like, just switch it up a little bit.
Switch it up, yeah.
It's like, cause I do love drill music, but sometimes I feel like some of the female drill artists, they kind of, it's some that are lyrical, and it's some that I feel like, I don't know if you're doing it for clout, I don't know if you're doing it for everybody can express their self the way that they want to, but I feel like besides talking about the dead, besides shooting, talking about it's a bunch of violence. All songs are gonna have some type of violence in some way, shape, or form, but I feel like they overdo it with trying to promote violence in those type of songs.
Definitely.
And not only that, the shouting, the yelling, what are we doing here? It's like
I've actually acknowledged in meeting you, I've acknowledged your song, one of the songs that you perform the most, No Drill on Drill Beat, and I feel like it definitely goes with what you're saying, because I can tell that on Drill No Drill Beat. On that song, you didn't sit here and speak of some violent shit. It was more vibey, and I actually enjoyed watching you perform it more than ever. So I understand why you do like drill, because I do like drill. It's just it's really the beat for me, and the fact that I could get on any drill beat. It doesn't have to be me speaking about violence. I can sit here and use the drill flow, but I could be talking about something totally different that may even catch the little drill kids' attention because I'm using the drill beat.
That's a fact. That's definitely a fact. And I feel like it's mainly, I'm gonna say one female rapper. Kenzo B? I really like her. I like her. Sometimes she would talk about her little, whatever, but she's actually lyrical. It's some people who's not lyrical. Who's another one? He's a Dougie B. He's lyrical to me. You could talk about your little, but you couldn't switch it up. Show your
versatility.
Exactly.
And show your character. Show other things that you like to do besides the violence. And I do agree with you as far as the females when it comes to the drill thing. Like I said, I like you as an artist when it comes. I can listen to you on a drill beat, but other females is I honestly feel like they may just be intimate with a drill artist and may want to, be down. The brandy girls. You get what I'm saying? I just want to be down. You may be just looking at dealing with someone or being intimate with someone in a group that depicts that kind of lifestyle, and you want to be down so bad. A lot of girls for me, it's all right, if you saying you held the gun, that's cool. You did whatever you did, that's cool if that's what you really did. But a lot of these women that are out here rapping like that, they have never done these things in their life. You know what I'm saying? The most they probably done did was hold their boyfriend's gun on the low, things like that. But other than that, let's keep it real. If you've ever did something, it's not something that you really want to talk about, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? I've had my dirt. You know, I have an affiliation. I'm Crip, you know, at the end of the day. But it's not something that I breathe, you know, the energy into everybody else because, bro, like, it's really not cool to shoot somebody. It's really not really cool to take somebody's life. It's not something that is gonna be. I don't feel like it should be glorified.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
And I feel like that it's really like normalized. Like I understand if you going as like if it's like a gangster beat or whatever, like you want to go with the flow of the beat, and you know you just want to go with that vibe or what's that?
The energy or the vibe that
or like what's that? Damn, what's
specific
that?
word.
Basically like all right, if it's like a gangster beat and you want to go with that, it's basically vibe, but I can't think of the word. But like, okay, that's cool sometimes if you want to talk a little tough on a little gangster beat, Right. But it's like you said, where's your versatility? Where's your, if that's what you're doing on every single like it's one rapper that I have in mind, but I'm not even mixy for real.
I'm big on versatility, songwriting, and song concepts.
Yeah.
I like the fact that I may take an idea like love, and then my love songs be very like intricate. Because in a love song, I may talk about the woman that I want, but it's not good for me.
Yeah.
Or the woman that's my friend, and I see her as much more, and I'm scared to kill the friendship within. See how deep I can get? I can get deeper, and this is where I'm able to get people's attention, their ears. You know what I'm saying? Like, I honestly feel like music gives a feeling. I have I have a genre that I be trying to, create called toxic rap. I like rapping about things that make people uncomfortable. I like rapping about things that happen that people don't talk about. Like, why is your baby mother in my DMs? And why have I not deleted her yet? Things like that. You know what I'm saying? Because we're all humans. We all have some shit with us. You feel what I'm saying? And I like rapping about things like that. I like making songs that make you want to go stand in the corner and think about what you did that you wasn't supposed to do.
Like,
you feel me?
Sometimes rapping is like storytelling. Like that's what I was trying to say. Like if you're going with that gangster beat and you want to play that character, that's cool to play that character. But now if you just consistently putting out music, playing that one character, like I don't know, that kind of gets, to me personally, that gets kind of like boring. Like talk about something else, and that's how I feel like you said, you could do drill, you could do the drill beats and stuff like that. But in my opinion, I feel like you said, they could talk about other things. Like I don't know, so. In that case, I feel like drill would die down if you just keep bringing that same narrative. But I don't know if I get a little deeper, because I feel like these labels and stuff like that, that's kind of what they want. They want to promote that type of violence.
And do you understand that the amount of insurance that these labels are taking out on these drill artists? Because, bro, like, it's the reality is, like, they're taking chances with you. And the chances of you living that long is not that. You feel me?
And they know that.
So they're going to allow you to sit here and make money for their labels. They're going to allow you to put that energy out into the world. And they're going to make sure that their pockets are protected once something does happen to you. And let's just be real. Like I said, music is energy. Law of attraction is real. So it's like, if those are the things, with our words, we give power. So if those are the things that you're constantly speaking about, what kind of energy do you think you're bringing yourself? You know what I'm saying? Period, point blank. If you always talking about killing and shootings and all of that, you're creating your reality with your words. So that's what you're going to be living through every time you decide to get on a drill beat, and that's what you decide to talk about. Any beat, it doesn't matter. Just, I'm aware of, there's nothing wrong with sitting here and spicing things up or talking about the hood aspect of life, because some of us live lives that others don't. You understand what I'm saying? So it's understandable, but at the same time, I don't believe that kind of energy should be put out like in every single track where it's like for that. Because let's say if you heard about the rumor that they were gonna ban drill, if they banned drill, the amount of artists would drop, bro. Like there will be so much less artists, because drill, I honestly think, has opened up or made a way for people that really aren't lyrical to get on songs and shine. You feel me? If they ban drill, it's like, let me see where all the lyricists are right now. Oh, you can't do that on this beat. You feel me?
That's true.
And then you don't think about the fact that there's different events. My thing is, how I write my music is, I want it to be pleasing to all ears. I want it to be pleasing no matter you're a male, a female, transgendered. I want you everybody. I got a song called Trust Issues that I never dropped, but it's like one of my deepest songs. And I love watching people listen to the song because you felt a lot of the things that I put in that song. You understand what I'm saying? As long as my songs sit here and are gravitating to my audience, that's what I praise on. Or even being a producer and making beats. I'm not one that makes trap beats all day. I make R&B beats too. I wanted people to be able to hit up Staccs and say, yo, I need a ballet piece, and watch me put that together. It's money in all avenues. You understand what I'm saying? It's important to be versatile. In my case, I feel like, I'm winning when it comes to me being versatile.
I totally agree with that. I mean, every artist can do what they want, but I just feel like what you said, it's really important to be versatile because, God forbid, what if drill do die down? What are these other people really about to do out here if they never ever practiced on a normal beat before, or like, something
right, and then you never know when you're gonna get your little your couple of seconds to shine. You never know when you're gonna come across an artist maybe that's in the industry or somebody that once may have an interest in you and may want to sign you. You don't even know who you're around. They might say, yo, let me hit 16. You feel me? And then, like, let's say in the middle of your 16, they might say, all right, give me something about love. Like, you feel me? You don't know what they're going to say to you, so you want to be prepared at all times. Of course, you'll be prepared when they say, let me hear the fire drill song. But then when they say, let me hear a love song, or let me hear something with pain and suffering, let me hear you do this. They looking for something. They want to see that you're versatile. And that's why I praise myself on being versatile, that it doesn't matter. I can write about anything, and I can give a feeling towards any feeling. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Anyone do with this? Okay.
No, you.
Oh, wait. Okay. Alright. Let us know when you're...
We good.
Alright, say that. So, that was a great conversation that we had. Love that. So, on from the drill and on from everything else we was talking about. So, what do you got in store for the people? Like, talk to us before we can...
All right, so boom, let's see. So I've been working on so much music. I have a lot of unreleased music. My life is really, really hectic, and like I'm acknowledging my own depression. So there are things that like I procrastinate on a lot.
I felt that.
But I definitely have a lot of music done, a lot of music in the works. I'm not someone that writes one song at a time. Like I literally write 3, 4, 5 songs at once. They all give me different feeling. I can't just be like in one mode the whole time. So it's like I may give 20 minutes or half an hour to like this hood track that I got, and then I can't be too gangster all the time. I can't. So then I gotta switch it up, and I gotta go move on to the love joint, and then like I might be a little sad, so let me go get in tune with my feelings and write those things down. Like I really move around a lot, trying to get over this procrastination thing. I've been really motivated lately, so I've been doing a lot of shows. Every other day, it's like I got a show. For the next 3 days, I have shows or whatever. So I'm hyped about that.
Let the people know where you're gonna be performing at.
All
Like,
right, so let me see.
Might drop the flyers and all
What's
that.
tomorrow's performance? So, tomorrow's performance, I'm gonna be at the Juice Box in Brooklyn. The 20th, I believe we're going to be at the Nutty Lounge again. No, matter of fact, I'm lying. I have a Zaza event. 420 smoke joint. I can't even tell you guys exactly where it's at. I gotta look at the flyer. Like I said, I've been doing so many shows that like all these flyers are like, they're piling up, and I be having to keep track of all the shows that I'll be doing. But the big show that I want everybody and their mother to crack out for, the 21st, Rise Up, curated by Sin.com. Definitely, that's a big show. There's gonna be a lot of people that can help us to the next level, you know, in plain clothes, but they can help us to the next level. So it's very important that we bring our fan bases, people that believe in us. So I'm really looking forward to that, and also looking forward to making a way where I actually get paid for my shows. So that's where we get that's where artists get their main money from. It's really, you know, without the labels being so much into your pocket, we get money through our shows. So that's what I'm working on, trying to see here and make sure I have a solid fan base, people that actually want to come crack out to see Staccs Scrilla for whatever reason, whether you think because I'm cute or because you really believe in my music, whatever it is. I just want a lot of people to start cracking out, so this way I can start getting paid for what I like to do, because I put on a show. I definitely do put on shows.
Period. The vibe be hot, lit.
So hype. So
Period.
hype.
So thank you for that. I actually love that. So I'm gonna
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
You can find me on Instagram, Staccs Scrilla Music. That's STACCS Music. My songs are on all platforms. I have an EP out called Only If You Knew. Only If You Knew. It represents a lot of myself, a lot of songs that I've held on for a long time. It's like a 9 tracks. My most streamed track is called Him. Nobody's gonna know you that nigga unless you know you that nigga. So I'm big on speaking yourself up and knowing your own value.
So guys, follow him. I'm gonna be inserting his flyers wherever below above in the video. I will be inserting his flyers, so make sure you check that out. Pop out, support, support the local artists before we blow up. Period.
Thanks guys for having me on the Come Up for real. Come Up Reloaded.
First episode.
Episode 1. Staccs Scrilla. We outside.
1.
One and done.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Abs.
Yeah, no problem.
Yo, Lee, I appreciate you for real, bro.
Word.
Oh, you got come on, man.
Yeah.
Oh, it was still recording. I'm crying. Bow, bow, bow.
All that good stuff.
Do what I please. Bad little tree, used to roll on my trees. I be down my eyes, crossing my teeth, try to copy my bop, but they all low beat. Nigga, I'm him, fresh off the bank. I like to split while she.